point that they're trying to feed into the empty minds of a lot of people that are trying so hard to justify it is that the only people being arrested and targeted by ICE are rapists and pedophile illegal aliens, which is just not the case. There definitely have been rapists and pedophiles that $500,000's really do a good job, but you're coping if you think you haven't stagnated a bit. This is what I mean about the internet stemming social growth. Because how do you think that's an appropriate way to talk to somebody, man? What the hell? That's so rude. You're coping if you think you haven't stagnated a bit? What matters the most is views per month. Because there are a lot of people who see sub-growth, but then it tapers off because it's a burst of interest that's not sustained. I have sustainable interest, okay? However, I will acknowledge to a point here, okay? I think there are people that have these bursts of growth. I think I've held on to my existing audience very well. I'm very proud of that. Thank you. You know, good, consistent, man. Honestly, considering all the shit I've had to put up with as a content creator, all of the fucking bridge burnings, I have like no outreach potential in any existing field, okay? It's fucking crazy how hostile the broader space is. Given all of that, I think we've done some pretty good work here. And you know what? That's a collective effort. You guys are pretty cool too. Have been snatched up in all of this. And those rapists and pedophiles that have been caught and taken away, that's good. They shouldn't be out there breathing the free air. Great. But that's not all that's happening here. You could also right now march into the White House and arrest everyone in the White House, and you would get a ton of rapists and pedophiles. Why isn't that happening? If the goal is getting rapists and pedophiles off of American soil, thrown in the slammer, taking them away from society, why is it so just walking through the fucking streets of Minnesota trying to do it? You would get significantly more rapists and pedophiles if you took ICE and brought them to the White House. And an administration is acting. Why is this in live stream tales? That's a great question. Why aren't I in there?
Practice mode.
Again, it probably wouldn't be good if I was. But I also spelled part so fast.
Shit.
Am I crazy?
Going live on TikTok as well.
Am I crazy for saying like that doesn't look like a gun to me? All 6 pixels. Like if I zoom in, are you serious? Oh. Aha. Oh, stretch them a little. Stretch the pixels. I don't know. Like, how the fuck can anybody tell that's a gun for sure? How are people going off of this and being certain? How can you be certain off of this? Okay, keep watching. Okay, let's keep watching.
How are people watching any of these?
He does have the gun for sure. Absolutely 100%.
How are people watching any of these videos and thinking
we should go on LSF more often.
that anybody?
I need to. It was a Jewish doctor. Yeah. No, I need to. What I need to do is get over because it's like in my heart it's overwhelming, right? It's like
we know that these shootings are murders, right?
Which like no conservative should be able to vote. All of these people are
we know that these shootings.
Who believe in nothing.
We do know
to get attention. They have no consistent
that these shootings are murders.
It's undignified for me, a person who believes in things, to have to subject myself to the opinions of people who don't. If I could get over that, and this is why I've always said Destiny's stronger than I am. Probably not physically, but I don't know. He could be in the gym. I've been doing the calisthenics lately, so that does count.
Excuse me.
But if he's stronger in that. Like he also is. He's got to have more hate in his heart than me, right? He's a vengeful, spiteful motherfucker. But he still gets up there and engages these people. That's crazy to me, you know. All right, we gotta reset for a second. We have to reset a little bit. Hold on 1 second. LSF blast from the past. Okay, we're marking that down really quickly.
I don't even know what my TikTok live says.
Are we resetting or are we just rewinding? That sounds really funny. Drew Pablo is funny because he was pulling the shit lid thing for ages,
and then as soon as it became profitable, he just pivoted to being a right-wing grifter. I saw his recent tweet. He was like, I traveled all the way from Australia to New York City to say Zoran Mamdani is not my mayor. Really good stuff. Really, really, really good stuff. So hold on. Is it Destiny versus Drew Pablo, or Destiny and Nicholas Decker versus Drew Pablo and Rando Groiper? And also, isn't Nicholas Decker the guy who wrote Substack articles defending Sue Feely? Isn't he that guy? Can somebody confirm or deny? Isn't that Nicholas Decker, or is that a different person? We all in the past? I don't know how much in the past it is. Holy shit, this is 2 hours long. What the fuck? Why is this on Destiny's subreddit? But then it links to not Destiny's channel. That's a bad mix-up for a guy catching strays. Well, am I right or am I wrong on that? I thought that was the person I was thinking of. Wasn't he the guy who wrote the article saying, "When must we kill them"? Wasn't that him? Why is this linking to no? Yes. That was him, I'm pretty sure. Okay. You people are driving me crazy right now. Yeah, it was him. Yeah, that's the guy.
I will be.
So why is this not on Destiny's channel? Who am I giving views to right now? What the fuck is this thumbnail?
You have the mic again. You claim there's civil unrest. Give us your art. In the meantime, we are joined by Nicholas Decker. So whether it was a good or a bad shoot, even if you think it was a good shoot, they lied about all of the circumstances surrounding the event.
I don't like how
And how do you think? Like if you said that they're lying because like
TikTok threw me on
really, really evil bad person when you're
like that.
Why would this is 3 hours and 24 minutes long? Holy shit.
we all know that these kinds of collect welfare at higher rates than both legal immigrants and native-born citizens, right? Because their children, based on the doctrine of birthright citizenship, are citizens and they collect.
I love you the most. We found some points of agreement on there being increasing returns, and we've isolated the cause.
The purpose of that is obviously to help people who they're seeking, like evade capture.
Mightier than the sword.
So when there's on my app, my phone app, my driving app, and there's a alert that there's
25.
a trap up ahead, is that illegal?
Yeah, I've actually always thought that was
Panemu.
ridiculous. Every time
Watch the highlight reel at the beginning. Maybe I'll just watch the highlight reel. My interest in this is waning. The panel, the group panel shit, I can't do that, man.
Panemu.
That these kinds of anarchist they're not as organized, therefore.
I'm not explaining anything because nobody's here. Like nobody's really, it's just me.
This for the first time. I don't have an opinion on it. I'm sorry.
Not gone too far at all from what you've seen?
No, I haven't heard any examples of that, so I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about that. So I haven't heard anything about that, so I'm not sure.
Look, I'm not even getting any
One of the most high-profile incidents of civil unrest in Australia.
I haven't heard anything about
people
that.
coming into my.
Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. I'm sorry, unfortunately. This was the most high-profile incident of civil unrest over the past few days. It was extremely violent Twitter, which you use all the time.
Oh, interesting. Wait, so then was Renee, with the ice agent that killed Renee, was his car stuck in an ice bank?
Penemue.
Social security.
Penemue.
It depends.
Penemue.
What is net?
Penemue.
What is net? Net.
The fallen angel Penemue, one of the watchers of Enoch 1, is believed to cure ignorance and heal the who feel lost in perpetual cycles of similar to find or write the right words. But by this their knowledge they perish, and by this also its power consumes them.
Cross. This administration.
Penemue.
Did it itch?
Panem-
Jesus fucking Christ.
Panemoe
No.
is
Oh my
often
God, did you
associated with
see how the
Abraxas,
moment Drew Pablo had
a
a
complex
question
figure
thrown at
in
him, but he didn't have an
Gnosticism,
NPC dialogue
embodying
situation, so he just started
both
going
divine
nuts to get
and
about
demonic attributes,
it. It's so
and serving
fucking
as an
annoying, man.
eon
None of these
overseeing the
people believe
cosmos.
in anything. They have no beliefs. I
This
don't know
dual
how you
nature
live
makes
like that.
Abraxas a symbol of unity between opposites, and an embodiment of both the sacred and profane.
Alright.
It is believed that the name Abraxas might also relate to the seven classical planets, with its Greek numerical value totaling 365, mirroring the days in a year and highlighting its cosmic resonance. Abraxas figures were often engraved on gemstones and amulets,
We're doing a really quick reset.
serving as protective symbols that encapsulate
I thrifted
control
vintage
over
Pendleton
both
wool Western shirt.
creation and
It
destruction,
had like a fuck ton of
reflecting the
iron-on
wearer's
patches on it that I had to
reverence
remove. Here.
for the universe's intricate balance.
I only saw one of them in the store, but it had patches like everywhere. It had patches in the elbow.
As the lore of Penmoy's legacy suggests, this angel bestowed the double-edged sword of the written word on humanity, gifting us the quill and parchment, tools that would build empires as readily as they would tear them down. Penmoy's realm is a manuscript of existence, where words create worlds. Their essence speaks to the thinkers, the seekers, and the architects of the thought, who dare to inscribe their imagination onto the blank slates of tomorrow.
One of the fucking buttons
Okay.
was glued on, like it had come off and they used a bunch of like hot glue to shape the button back into place. So I had to scrape all that out.
A reminder in the quest for understanding, one must tread lightly upon hallowed ground, lest the very words they wield lead them astray.
The oils
Okay.
your body needs them covered or some shit like that. It'll be fun to learn to put it back together. Oxidization. Yeah, when oxygen is in contact with it.
Bibliomancy is thinking of a
Super,
question,
super well, you know.
holding it to yourself.
Like being yanked out of the assholes. Well, that's good. What if we did politics? What if we did politics?
Think of a question.
All right, a cat's doing something cute apparently. You know what's like actual job?
Words. What better words to flip through than my own journal? Spirit,
All right, that was actually worth it.
what do you have to tell me?
There's an outdoor cat, and right now they have like climbed up to the back of a chair to stare in through a window, and they're 1 inch away from the face of the gear, and the gear is yowling like a mad woman.
You've been tricked.
They're kidding. No. They're
Run
interacting.
right into the beast's trap.
There's the
Now you're
outdoor
angry.
cat.
Good. Get angry. Get up. Get busy. The reason they say eat the rich is because the rich has been devouring us for years. And we season ourselves.
That is true, don't worry. What is the name of the cow?
Just-
You know the name?
And we
What
season
is the
ourselves up just right
name?
for their
It's
palate.
politics. Wouldn't that be cool?
Become unpalatable, less tasty to the tongues of
Really quickly,
of
though, before we
oligarchs.
get to that,
Be spicy, be sour, be sharp. Mmm.
you guys see Kanye West's apology letter? Pretty funny. To those I've heard, He took out a full-page advertisement in the Wall Street Journal. He's a mentally ill grifter. Well, he's mentally ill. I don't think he's a grifter. I don't really think there's much
I need to be
evidence
writing.
suggesting that he's faked, that he's doing what he does for money. Like, wouldn't it have made more sense for him to just continue being one of the most famous music stars on the planet? You know? When I feel like if his interest was in money and power, he would have just kept doing what he was doing for attention, not money. But he had more attention back when he was a well-respected. Like,
You've been tricked.
look, I don't think he's a grifter. Okay, he's just
Went right into the beast trap. Now you're angry. Good. Get angry.
That's a big old letter.
Get up. Get busy.
Big old letter. Look at that.
The reason they say eat the rich
Buy.
is because the rich has been devouring us for years. And we season ourselves up just
25
right
years ago, I was
for
in
their
a car
palate.
accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the
Become
right frontal
unpalatable.
lobe of my brain.
Less
At the time,
tasty to the
focus on
tongues of
visible damage, the
oligarchs.
fracture, the swelling, and the
Be
infusion
spicy,
trauma.
be
The
sour,
injury
be sharp,
inside my skull went unnoticed.
be unpleasant to
Comprehensive
what
scans
seeks
were not done.
to devour you.
Neurological exams were limited.
And then
And the possibility
get
of a
hungry.
frontal lobe injury was never raised. It
Grow
wasn't
an appetite for
properly
greedy
diagnosed
villains,
until 2023.
pretending to be civil
That medical
servants,
oversight caused serious damage to my
and
mental
eat
health
what
and
seeks
led
to
me
swallow
by
you whole.
one diagnosis. Now, I'm not going
Consume
to
the
say
gluttony
race
of
the doctor
consumerism.
did not do scans
Take
of
big,
my brain
obnoxious bites
25
out of
years ago.
capitalism. Feast upon the fear of CEOs seeing their own downfall.
You think everyone
Wash it down with the tears of billionaires. You losing money faster than the speed of climate change. Yes. Eat the rich. To save some for the rest of us. There isn't much of them left.
100% reads like it was written by him, which I appreciate. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off when in fact this is a very serious debilitating disease you can die from. According to the WHO and Cambridge University, people about 40% life expectancy that is shortened by 10 to 15 years on average, and a 2 times to 3 times higher all-cause mortality rate than the
You've
general
been
population.
tricked.
This is on par with severe heart disease, type 1 diabetes,
Run right into the
HIV,
beast
cancer,
trap.
all lethal and fatal if left untreated.
Now you're angry.
The
Good.
scariest thing about this disorder
Get
is how
angry.
persuasive it is when it tells you
Get up.
you don't need help. It makes you
Get
blind,
busy.
but convinced you of insight. You feel powerful.
The reason they say eat the rich
I lost
is
touch with
because
reality.
the
Things got
rich
worse
has
the
been
longer I
devouring
was
us
gone.
for
I
years,
said and did things I deeply regret.
and we
Some of the
season
people I loved the
ourselves
most, I treated
up
the worst.
just
Years
right for
of
their
confusion,
palate.
humiliation, and the exhaustion of trying to love
Become
someone who wasn't
unpalatable,
recognizable. Looking back,
less
I became
tasty to the
attached
tongues of
myself.
oligarchs. Be
In
spicy,
that fractured state,
be
I'd
sour,
rather
be
the
sharp,
the most destructive symbol I
be
could find.
unpleasant to
Lost
what
time,
seeks
so
to
we should
devour
try
you.
One of
And
the
then
invisible aspects of hypervigilance
get hungry.
are the disconnected moments, many of which I still
Grow
recall,
in
but
appetite
poor judgment and reckless behavior that often
for
feel
greedy
like
villains
experience.
pretending to
And
be
this,
civil
to me,
servants
is
and eat what seeks
I kind of like
to
that he
swallow
mostly just
you
talks
whole.
about his brain and not about his politics.
Consume
It's really
the
obvious
gluttony
that his,
of consumerism.
behavior had nothing to do with his
Take
politics.
big,
Like,
obnoxious
if
bites
you are
out
even a
of
little bit
capitalism.
familiar with mental
Feast
illness
upon
or
the
bipolar
fear
disorder in
of
particular,
CEOs
all of his
seeing
white
their own
nationalists,
downfall.
Heil Hitlering, his song, the swastikas, whatever,
Wash it
had
all down
nothing to do
with the tears
some
of
kind
billionaires
manifest
losing
political
money
belief,
faster
everything to do with
than the
a
speed
mentally ill
of
man
climate
grabbing with
change.
the most destructive
Yes.
symbols he could,
Eat the
he could
rich
think of. So I
The safe
I
sub
appreciate, I guess, the
for the
fact
rest of
that
us.
this isn't really like a
There isn't
deconstruction
much of
the
them
bigotry,
left.
because it was never actually about the bigotry, you know? Also, did everyone around him just let it rip? Let it rip? Yeah, like, okay, this is actually a really fucked up part of being any kind of
I have
famous,
video to make.
is that everyone around you is
Yeah.
incentivized to be a yes man, because the